We represented Maria Francisco in her case against AC Transit.
Our client was riding on the bus with her young daughter and her mother, and the bus driver was going fairly fast.
The bus driver was speeding through a school zone where they had a giant speed hump.
Went over the bump, and Maria on video was thrown up in the air.
About 2.5 feet in the air, and she comes down, bam.
And had a burst fracture in her spinal cord in her lower lumbar.
That required an emergency multi-level fusion surgery, and she was never the same.
The AC Transit fought the case very hard all the way, a 6-7 week trial.
The defense hired a very well-known spine surgeon in the Bay Area. Even things that were obvious and were undisputed, he tried to fight. And he wasn't looking at the evidence in a neutral, honest way like experts should. He was being paid all this money to try to help the bus company to give a lower verdict. And we were able to prove that he violated his ethical obligations, where we subpoenaed the association documents that had his signature saying that he would be a neutral expert and analyze the evidence in a fair and balanced way. And that was the last piece of evidence that we put on in the case, proving that their defense expert lied under oath.
So the first day I heard these noises and the door open, and out came the judge who was in a wheelchair. And now we're trying our case for a young woman who had a spinal cord injury. But that was unique to be trying a spine case to a judge who's paralyzed and is performing her jobs excellently as a judge.
I learned a lot of things from this trial, but one of them that sticks with me is just the grit and hard work that it takes. And we stayed up until 2 in the morning every single night, up at the crack of dawn every single day. And that's what it takes to win these cases and do a good job for the client. This case did go up on appeal for multiple years. And thankfully our client Maria was strong, she was brave, she believed in the case, and we won on appeal. And she was paid interest, and it ended up being the best investment she could make.